Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is business management, and business management is completely today's need and how to manage your business with your data and what are the benefits to use Google Sheets when we are preparing the management for your business. And some service providers also can use this type of layout. We are going to use here dummies, but you can use your own product details. Here we are going to use the journal things like date, category, invoice, net numbers, client name, credit, debit, payment status, product 1, 2, 3. These are the dummy products. So you can put your own products like bicycles or in sports, football, bat, or something else. You can, whatever you feel, what product is in your line, you can put as per your need. And here in our business management, what we are going to do, we are going to divide in two portions. This one is a front end and another one is a back end. Here what you are watching on your screen is a back end. The little layout I have prepared as per our beginning, and here we put the name sale data, and this is all is stored automatically by Google Drive. It is here. This is a Google Drive. Everyone knows about Google Drive. I don't think so that I need to spend my time over here. So automatically save all the Google Sheets in Google Drive. So this is a benefit also we have got over here. And in short, we are going to learn about the tools also: file, edit, view. In view also we have freeze, so we can freeze our lines also here, like a line or columns, whatever, wherever we want to freeze, just like Excel. So here we can do the same thing, like row 1 I have freezed, and this is our row 1. And now if we are scrolling down, you can see the numbers. If we are scrolling down, so we are at the same place, and we can see our headers. This is a grid lines, so we can remove. These are the grid line basically, so we can remove, or we can change the color. So it can show us like that also, like if you want to see. And on this portion also we can define them with the border lines. So here let's come back to the grid lines. If we remove it, it becomes blank. So we can use this blank whiteboard, and we can use these border lines also. So it depends however we want to use. So grid line just to know your area. And then protected ranges, and this we are going to learn how to protect your ranges and worksheet. That is all about locking your worksheet and the cells which you want, which user can use, which user cannot use. So the formula bar is again the formula bar. If you want to hide, you can just put this and just tick off and then tick on, so it however you want. So these are the basic things in the view tool. Again, let's go to insert. Insert is again basic things here, and the charts definitely we are going to use. Image also we are going to use. We can fetch images, and the drawing is again we are going to learn here. And the functions, again the tick box. These are the few new things. The tick box. Okay, now here this tick box is just like you put this tick box. If this is the true value, if your checkbox is on. If your checkbox is not on, it's false. So you can see false here, you can see true here. So how we are going to use, if you are preparing a notes for you, like notes, it's just a quick reference what I'm going to use. Note you're making, and say to do every day morning, what is your you want to have breakfast, or you have a meeting. Okay, so meeting at 2 p.m. right? So once your meeting is done, and how do you check mark your daily job that you are done? Okay, now suppose this is your work and it has been done. Now how you're going to get it done? So you go to the format, conditional formatting, and then here you are going to use strike that this work is being done if this one is on, check mark is on. Now for check mark we are going to use custom formula. There are many formulas over here that we can use one by one, and you can test also yourself. But in this video I'm going to show you just overlay is equal to this a custom formula. So you have to decide that which one is selected, so it becomes this one. So the B6, so B6 is equal to true, then we say that this one will get strike, the work is done, so being done. Now if we are using this one, you say the work is being done, the meeting is over, so it will be like crossed. That's how we are going to use. If in the morning, if it is not checked, your work is pending, so you can uncheck it. That's how you're going to use your checkbox also. Okay, this is just a little reference, we are not going to use here, so it came on the way, and we can use it accordingly. And the same way you can remove from here the conditional. So in a quick way, so here these are the few things. And the insert link is again the same. We can link our URLs and to reach over there. Okay, this is a format, and format is with the numbers, and again you can decide your number should look like how, and the date should be in what format, date, time, duration. You want to make your own formats. That depends. The more currencies you want to make, you want to keep a distance in between the dash, or you want to apply upon it. So however you want to customize your format, you can do it here. So these are the basic things. And the text wrapping, text rotation is again the condition formatting. Conditional formatting, we have done it just now. A little example which I have shown during checkbox. So this is how we do all the things. Now let's come back over here. For the data, we'll do it just after this. Okay, now we have selected this data. First we are going to make a data, back data, and which we call backend. And then we are going to create a front end. And in front end, the staff members in the business, they are going to use. And the backend is with the management. So I have divided these sheets into two ways. One worksheet is with the management, that is a backend. And one sheet is with staff, which is staff is going to use with the front end. And both are going to get saved into Google Drive. Now the one I have already made it, and another one I'm going to call Google Sheet. That's how we do all the Google Sheets. In the Google Drive, right click, and then you get Google Sheets, Google Docs, however you want, whichever you want. So Google Sheet, you select it, and then it will appear, and then you can name over here. It's working, yeah. So you can name here. That one we kept it management, backend, and this one is the staff. Okay, this will be front end. So the staff is going to use handle to save data into the backend area. Okay, so that's how we are going to use for the complete business management. So one is the staff. From here they are going to use as a front end, and they're going to save data into the management portion. And now in the management we have the sales data, one tab. I just put the name sales data. So we are going to use sale, purchase, expense, and then stocks, and there are many things into business. So that's what the total structure called business management. So here what we are going to do, that what sale, first of all, sale we are going to handle. The sale is having date, category, invoice number, client name, credit, about the payments, credit or debit, and then payment status, and the product, which product we have sold. So we have 4 products out of here. And now here how we are going to use. Right now let's work on backend, and in next video I'm going to show you about front end and the connectivity of both. Now here this is a date. First of all, the date we can create with the data validation. So data validation we are going to use. This is a very important feature which Google Sheet is providing. So we are going to use this date. So for the date we are going to select here. So we are going to select date. Here we have list from range, list of items, number, text, date, or customize. Also we can use tick box. Again we can use it here. So let's choose date here. We are going to use other also definitely. Just after this you will see one by one we are going to use somewhere. So first date is coming here, so we are going to use date. Let's select date is a valid date, and then we are going to reject any input. We don't want any input into that. So this validation is for A2, or we can use it for complete range if you want. Then you select A2 to A range. A range means this, if you put A like this, so the range will be covered completely with 1000 rows, or however how many rows are coming, doesn't matter. If you select a limited rows, like 100 rows only, then it'll be like limited. If your data goes beyond that, it won't give us the appropriate results. So we need this way, A, okay, and then let's save. Now here, if this is gonna happen, now what happens if we double click upon that? The date will come like that. If someone is going to put something else, it's going to reject. So there was a problem. The data that you entered in cell A2 validates. That data validation rules set on this cell. So all this pattern is depends upon the rules, set of rules, what we are deciding, and what we are deciding, that's what we are going to follow, and that's what these cells are going to follow. And here this is for the date, and if we select, let's hold from this corner, and we want it for, let's say, 25 rows, so it's done. Okay, now if we do it here, it'll become same. If we do it here, it'll come same. Now after 25th, if we do it here, nothing will come. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's coming upon every row is carrying, because we have taken a complete A rows. So A rows are having date format. Now this format has been set. So let's go on the category. Now in the category of this, in the business management, into the sales data, we need what type of category we want. The category means the sale is a VAT sale or non-VAT sale. There are two type of categories in the business. So how we are going to put this one? So again, we will go to the data, and again data validation. That's why I said that data validation we are going to use rapidly and every time. So this time we are not going to use date, we are going to use list of items. The list of item means we are going to use few items just here to make our category. So our category is VAT, and the sale is non-VAT. So this sale is one sale is a category is a VAT one, and another one is a non-VAT. So it depends upon that. So reject it if anything else comes up. So again, for what range? Complete B category. B row completely cover up with us. Now save. Okay, so here we got drop down menu, and we got VAT and non-VAT. So here we have two categories, right? VAT and non-VAT. That's how we are going to identify all the things. Now here, this one is also really good. So what I'm covering up, in short, I'm covering up all type of different scenarios, how you can get your data in different ways. So there are many ways to get one result. So we are going to analyze, and we're going to use all of them, okay, as per this video. Now it depends upon you what else you can do, and depends upon you also. So what we are doing here is just to showing you different ways, different manners to access your data. And here there is an invoice number. Now it depends. Now if you want your staff to feed dates with their punching letters, and they can punch sometimes they punch wrong numbers, so it depends. So we are not going to give them any option that you can choose yourself. So for that, we are going to make a pre-arranged data. This data is completely a background, a journal background, in which we are going to give invoice numbers, in which the invoice numbers are already predefined, and the client name, the list of the client name also. So here we have taken the client 1, client 2, client 3. Hope you understood them. So you can put the company names XYZ or ABC. So it depends on how do you want it, what type of client list you have. You can put it over here, and you can use it accordingly. So for just an example, I'm using this one, client 1, client 2, client 3, as on. And the same, the invoice numbers also have taken the dummy one over here. Now here we have data, journal data, and the sale. And the sale, what we want and how we want. Invoice number. in invoice numbers. Now we want to pick up those figures. Now that range we want to pick it up. Now let's go to data again, and then data validation. Now this time we are not going to pick it up date, no list of item, list from a range we are going to pick it up. And which range? Select, go to data, and then invoice number. We are going to pick it up from here, shift and down. We're going to select. Now if you select like this, it could be here we are limited with 113 as a dummy figure, so could be possible that you have 1,000 number of invoice numbers and or 2,000 number of invoice numbers. So it depends, it's unlimited, so it depends upon your business. So here we are going to, for that reason, we are going to pick it up complete rows, and for that we are going to leave B as it is. So once we click OK, our data has been picked up, this one, and then we reject it if we don't want anything as manual. So we are going to choose basically from the drop down menu. That's what we are going to do. All right, and here we want it in cell C and thoroughly in the C. Okay, save. So what happened? Let's look up here. Now here our complete C column is covered with a data range of invoice numbers like this. We have all predefined invoice numbers over here. Now there will be no mistake by your staff by feeding data one by one. So that's why we put predefined data, and how we pick up data from data journal data. This is a journal data backup. So backup is also very important for that thing. Now the client name, we need it. Same way, the client name is also predefined. We are going to pick up again from the data validation, go to the range, and we are going to access here again data sheet, and this time we are going to pick up the client details. Shift down. The moment you go down and you find F5, remove this one. We want complete rows. Okay, and here we want it on complete D. So okay, reject, we don't want anything manual, so we need drop menu. Yes, so let's go to sale data. Here again we got all the client list. Here we have all our client names, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it's here. So now we have client name, and this is our credit and debit amount. It will come manually, and here we are going to get the payment status. Not the what type of payment status, what we consider that payment status is into what category. Is one is paid and one is pending. So that's what we are going to do. And again what we are going to do, we'll go to data, again data validation, and this time we are going to use list of items, and here we are going to mention paid status, and another one is pending. Either client has paid or the other invoice is pending, so it depends upon that. So there is nothing in between. So we will use paid comma pending. Use comma to separate your category. So we'll have a drop down menu as per these items, paid and pending. Again reject. Okay, and here we are going to use, we want it completely G column. Save it, and here we have paid or pending status of the payment. So this is how we are going to use. So this is our product 1 2 3, and here we're going to use how many product we have sold. So category quantity means 1 2, how many pieces we have sold. Okay, so this is a product name. I'm not going to mention that ball, bat, or anything else, pool table, or I'm not going to use bicycle or spare parts or anything else. Here you can assume the product one, but you can change in your project, and you're going to choose as per your product name. All right, so this is product 1 2 3 4 we are going to use here. You can use any number of product numbers or names. So I hope I'm clear with this, with the backend. So this is the backend, how we are going to use. So suppose what we have done now, let's make one sale. Okay, now we want to make one sale. One sale is on date 31st. We can change the format also if you want. If you want, we can change format also. And what type of format you want, that depends. Again, go to the format. It's number. Now here, if you want format what type of format you want of the date. You want date like this, the date, month and year, then you choose this one. So it'll come like that. So you can do however you want, so it'll come accordingly. So we can use it, paste it to however numbers and this and that. Okay, now the format is covered up. Now this is our date we chose, and the category of the sale is VAT based, is not tax exempted, it is with tax. So with tax means VAT is included in your sale. The invoice number we are going to use 100, suppose 100 number, and the client name, what is the name of the client? Maybe the client, we have taken the client number 10 is coming up, and he bought the material for say 10,000, and now did he paid any money? Say no, he didn't pay, 0. And then we see the payment status is pending, it means. And then what he bought, product 1, 2, 3, 4, which one he bought. So maybe he bought product number 2, he bought 10 pieces of this. So then we can, this is our first sale done. So our staff is going to feed in the front end, and that is how we're going to get it in the back end. I wanted to explain you this thing because I wanted you to know that how the backend is going to work. Because first of all, always make your backend. So the back data is very important to prepare. Otherwise, you cannot prepare your front end. And now the back data will be prepared like this. And here again, the second date. Suppose on same date, we have made a non-VAT tax exempted sale. The sale number is 101, and the client number is 2, means client name is 2, and we sold things for 2,000 bucks, and the 2,000 he paid even, and we say the status is cleared, it means paid, and what he bought is like 2 items of this, and we can say 2 items of this he bought. So that's how we can define our data completely, and it can be very useful when we are getting all the things. This is just a basic things, and it's not like very half a things I'm explaining here. So it is just a basic things here, how to use your data and the formats and all these categories, how we are going to use, because we are going to use in our script all these things. But first of all, the layout should be laid down properly. So this is a back data we have prepared for the sales. This is sale data, and this data, journal data, how we are using that's also it was very important to explain. That the basics are clear here, and we have prepared our this back data, and then now we'll see this thing. This is our staff, and our staff is going to prepare accordingly this what do you call a backend. In the backend we can see we need all these things, date, category, invoice number, and client name, credit, debit, all these things. So let's pick it up over there. Let's prepare our front end a little bit so you should understand. I don't want to make this video too lengthy, so you should make it up, understand very quickly. Date, we need it, and we have category, we have invoice number, we have invoice number, we have client name, we have here credit and debit, debit, and then we can say this is a status, payment status, and then list of products what we have, and then list of product we can, depends where we want to put, we can put it here also, product 1, product to product. So now here I want to explain one more thing. Like here, product 1, 2, 3. We are just putting all these numbers, but there is a way to do this also. So we can drag also. Like if we have 4 products, we can drag it here. So this is also a way to get the increment. So this is just an example. So we can do it this way also. So you can put your product name as per your demand. So this is how we are going to do it here. The layout, and then let's put here. And, okay, let's cover up this way. And here we are going to use our color, this blue background. And here we are going to use for the input boxes. Let's select with the command, and we're going to do command and select one by one to use less time. You can do it quickly. And this one also, we need to give the background white, and then we need to give a shape of boxes, so it should look like a boxes we are dealing with. And then we need header, a proper useful header we are going to use here. And this header is going to help us for many things. So this header, and okay, here we are going to, this time we are going to, sorry, I think my internet is went off for time being.